If you cannot be true to others, you cannot be true to yourself. These right here, little things that we put on and all, you have to keep them separated. And you have to make sure they go where you want them to. Unlike me, I did not. It should be one this color and then this color. But I didn't do that. This one right here didn't turn out. You see how I have 3 of these on here and 1 of those. This is the way that it should be. 1 of them, 1 of them, 1 of them, and 1 of them. This is the only block that came out the way I wanted. The rest of them did not come out. So, be true, always, even when you are wrong. Alrighty, first thing we want to do is we want to cut off our end because we're not going to need that. We do not want the hem in there. So, let's see if we can't. There we go. And we're going to cut off the end. There we go. Now, we want to do our bigger blocks first. So, what I think we're going to do is measure it. And see, oh goodness, it's going to go past this one. So, let's measure it this way. And I'm going to give it a little bit of stretch. We got 19. So we want, let's see, 19, 20, 21. Let's go to 21. And cut from there. 21. So I'm going to turn this away. Then lay it on a line at 21. Make sure I'm level all the way around and down. And then I'm going to come down here at my 1 mark. And I'm going to give her a whack. Now, let's go. Oh, I hate that when that happens. Alright. Now, let's open it up. And we're going to fold it a different way. Now, fold it in half. So it's easier to cut. Alright. And we're going to want 21 this way too. Alright. Now let's open it up, lay her down, and let's check her out. Alright. We have enough on each side. Now, how many blocks do we have like that? I gotta separate them because I just piled them up over here. And that's good for me. Alrighty. Continuing on. Boy, I get it right. I think I got 6 of these. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I got 6 of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 of them. So we need 6 blocks this size. So I'm going to get busy and I'm going to cut me out 6 of them. The one that I cut off on the end of this works for one of these. So we could take 2. Let's check out the other one. We want to make sure that it works right. Oh, that one right there is going to be way too big. Let's see, where's our small? There they are. Alright, right there it is. So we're going to need to cut that one down. This one right here is 18.5 by 11. So we need this one 12 by Let's see, it's 12. That was 18, 19. So, let's see what we can do about cutting this one down to, let's do it this way. We want this one right here, 19. Cut it down 19. Get my thing right here. So that would only give me a half an inch. I need to go 20. Yeah, I need to go 20. Because we need about an inch all the way around. So, there's that one. And this one right here should be about 12 on this one. On this side. Let's do it this way. Gotta be able to see my numbers. Okay, there's 12. We're gonna make it 13. Now we're gonna check her out and see what she does. This one out here. And it works out fine. So, there's just 2 of them ready to go. Let me check this one and cut it down. See, it was 12, see, 20 by 13. 20 by 13. So, oh, we got way over 20 here. Let's make them even so we don't have any problems later on. So, we'll spread it out. Let's go 20. Ooh, that's not going to work out too well. Better line it up over here. Alright. 20 by 13. Oops, gotta pull it down so I can see my numbers. 13. Pull this down this way. There we go. 13. Uh-oh. Fold it in half. Because it ain't going to go all the way up. Since we're going to do that, we're going to do it this way. Right on that one. Down one. There we go. By 13. We can get rid of all that ruffle up there. Because we don't want all that ruffle. There we go. Now we got rid of all that ruffle. Now I think they're probably look a whole lot better. 2. So, yep, there we go. I'm happy with that. So there's 2. So how many more do we need? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 8 of these. So let's get busy and let's get these right here all cut out and ready to go. Alrighty, let's cut out our fiber field. My ruler does not go up to what I need, so I'm going to use my mat. So I want 19, and I line up my 19 right here along the end, and then I'm going to mark it. 19. Alrighty. Fill that up there, and then I can mark this down here. Alrighty. Now we're going to get the scissors and we're going to cut her all the way down. Bet you never seen that happen before. Using your mat to measure it the other way. Alright, we're going to do it the same way this way. Open it up. I'm going to use my mat again. 19. Okay. And I'm just going to go here and give her a mark. I think that right there worked out better that way. And I need 6 of these. So I'm going to get busy and I'm going to cut out 6 of these. Alrighty, now we're going to work on the smaller ones. And it's 19 by 11. Now we cut already the other one out and it was 19. So now we have to cut out the smaller ones. And it's 19 by 11. So I'm just going to continue on with this thing. It worked out really good. So I liked it, so I'm going to go on and finish it out. And see, let's not have it crooked. There we go. So I'm going to cut out 8 of these. So when I get these done, then we'll be back. Alrighty, I've separated these 3 out. I've got all my batting together, all my backing, and the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 down. Then we're going to put a batting down. Then we're going to put a top on it. Again, just as even as we can. And then I'm going to hunt for my pins. And then we're going to pin her down. So this is going to, wow, check that out. Bent, bent, bent. Can't use that one. So we'll put it aside. So we're going to put some pins in here now. And we're going to do all these the same. Now when you do it right here on the corner, right here where it looks bowed in, just stretch it out a little bit and put a pin to where it's, you know, make sure you're going to have room to sew and all. Like that right there. Then we're going to turn it over. Make sure we lay it flat. And give it a pin here. We're going to want to give it a pin over here in the corner. And right here, the same thing. Lay it flat to pin it. So, let's see if you see it pretty good. If not, then I'll retake it again so you can see what I'm talking about. So we got this one right here pinned. So, we have more to do. So let's get busy. If I can do it better. Alright, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put pins in these 3 sides. All the way around. Get it in the middle as much as you can. Alright. Now, with the middle here, you kind of want to pull it and make sure you got room up here and room down there. So if you take and pull it this way and lay this flat to where you could sew right down in here right and give her a pin. And then bring it over here, do the same thing. Stretch it out there and pin it down. To where you ain't got no bulk right here, where it's not laying like that. Let's see if I can do it. See here where the pin has disappeared? You don't want that. You want it to lay flat, so you want to stretch it out just a little bit. Now, when we go to sew these, what we want to do is sew the one side first, and then do the other side. So if we go and we sew this one down, then we'll turn it around, we sew this one down, and then we pick a side and we start sewing them down. I think that would work a whole lot better. If not, I'll show you whenever I figure it out. Alrighty. If you can't tell, I sew one around. I'm not done. I still have some of them to do. But I did this one, and it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. The only thing is I did a stitch in the ditch on the back, and I did not do this right here part of it. I just did it from right here down to there. And as a whole, it does not look that bad. Right here, I have a pucker. That's the only thing I don't like about it, because I didn't pull it over far enough. So I am going to see if I can't find another way. I'm not going to take this one apart. I'm going to leave it like it is. But I'm going to work on my other ones. Let's see which way is better to do. I've got them all done. And I sewed one on the side, and then over here, and then down here. And they all turned out the same. I don't have no pucker on either side, so I'm doing pretty good. That must just been the first one that I done, and turned out that way. But all the rest of them that I have done has turned out fine. So, well, that one right there ain't laying flat. But anyway, they turned out fine. So now we are going to get busy, and we're going to do the big one. So let's see what we can do with them. There is that part, and then here is these, and I'm just going to get one of these and lay it out. Then get one of these and lay it out. Then I'm going to get this. Okay, let's get this a little bit out of the way here. And now we're going to start pinning them down. So I'm going to start right over here in the corner. And I'm going to pin it down all the way at the top. But we got to watch the way we do them with these, because of the pucker in them. So we'll kind of a little bit stretch that one there just a little bit. And the pucker does go away, thank goodness. Okay, we'll lay that one, pull it up a little bit, and put a pin in it. And I can handle that. Now let's go to the other side. Pin this one down here, and ouch, don't do that. That wasn't nice. Okay, and then we're going to go to the corner. I'm going to pull it down. Get a pin, maybe. Put it down, and then we're going to just pull it up there a little bit. And put a pin in it. This one, put a pin in it, corner, we'll make sure it's laying down flat over here, down there at the bottom, pull this one right here, that away, put a pin in it. The same thing with this one. Even though we got a pin over here, we want to put a pin here anyway, so they'll stay pretty well much flat and all. So let's see if we can't pull that up a little bit. Let's see. I better put one right here in these corners right here, so that when we pull it that way, it'll be okay. So far, they turned out alright. But for some reason, this one does not want to go. So we're going to take care of that problem. So there we go. That looks a whole lot better. Alright, we're going to do these, and then I'm going to sew them all together. So all of these, do these right here. So I'll see you whenever I get these right here done. I'm going to show you how to sew one of the big ones. So we're just going to start off like this. Alright, now when I get down here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten this one up so that we'll sew it straight. And make sure you don't have this right here bit under and sew it down. That's not a good thing to do. So here we go. We're going to go on down. We want to make sure this is as straight as we possibly can. Get to the corner, we're going to stop, pivot it, we'll go on down, get down here closer to it, we're going to stop it again, we're going to lay it out. Stretch, kind of like stretch it out like you see here, and hold it to where it'll sew it straight. There's one thing about it, if I do it 4 times, and y'all know what I'm talking about. This down here is the last one, and then I'll show you what to do in the middle here. Alrighty, now it's flat all the way around. Now we're going to do in the middle, and we want to do stitch in the ditch. My thing is coming done. I'll be right back. Now I got my pressure foot back on. We're going to stitch in the ditch right down the middle here. Now, you have to make sure that when you get to one of these right here, the things here, you want to make sure that you don't go on your pressure foot. And the noise is where it has a thickness. When you get right here in the middle, you want to try to go around it a little bit, and so you don't have all that thickness there. Alright, I got one side sewed, and now we'll work on the other one. Well, make sure you keep your back out and not sew it. There we go. This is thick through here. So we're doing pretty good. And then there is our block. The front, and we have it sewed on the back. So that's the way it's supposed to look. Yeah, I don't have a quilting wall or anything like that, but I have that quilting bed. Look at there. I got it all laid out. Now, these down here in the middle are all small blocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew them together first. And I'm just going to turn them over like this. And I'm not worried about if the fiber fill shows or not. That doesn't make no difference to me. But I'm going to level them up and I'm going to sew them down this way and all. So that we have these right here put together. And I'm going to do the whole row that way. And then, after I get all this row done, then I'll be back. Got my middle row sewed. And as you can tell, I got my fiber fill showing. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew that row and that row. But I am not going to sew the rows together. I want to keep them separated right now. So, when I get these other two rows sewed, then we'll be back and I'll show you what else we're going to do. Alright, what I'm doing is I'm taking both sides and putting them together so they will come out even. And I'm pinning it down that way. And I'm coming over here at this corner and I'm putting them together so that when I sew them, they will come out even. And in the middle. And then when I go to sew it, I sew it on the smaller one that goes down, like this one, and I'll sew it right about at the edge line of where the batting is, because this right here really doesn't matter at the top. So, let's go finish sewing these down. In the middle we have a strip right here. Okay? Something happened that I don't have that part. I made them 13 inches long, even though it's not here in yet, by 2 inches wide. And what I did is I put it over here on this side, and then I flipped it over, and I put me a seam down this right here, a hem. Then I sewed this and sewed this. I think I might have that one, but those strips are 13 inches long. Okay, after we have sewed this, then we're going to want to turn this over and pin it there. Then we are going to want to sew this one side down. Then we're going to go and we're going to sew the other side down to where it looks like this. Doesn't it look good? I want to show you a little tidbit if you need to. Like on this one right here, you see how you got a whole bunch of it right here? You can take the scissors and cut it down to where you don't have all that bulk to try to cover up. So, there is that tidbit. Cause see, it'll go across it and all. And if it doesn't and all, like if you got it too wide, you can take and sew this up just a little bit more right in here to where this will fit across both of them and not bulk up on the bottom back here. So, I figured I'd help you with that. Okay, I'm done with all 3 of them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these ends off that we don't need, so that we have be able to not have a whole bunch of bulk right here and all. So when I get these all cut down, then we'll be back to see what else we need to do. Okay, we're going to put the middle one on to one of these side panels. And what you need to do is try to line up this right here middle piece to one of the other middle pieces. Like this one right here doesn't have one, but it is a middle piece. So we are going to line this up with this right here where we had sewn it before, and try to line it up with it so that it'll go good on the hole on the side of it. So here we go with that. And we're going to continue on down and get her done. So, I'll see you whenever I get them done. Get this one on. I have this one sewed on. Now what I want to do is I want to go down through it, and I want to make sure I can get off most of this bulk right in here and cut it down. And then I'm going to show you the strips again But this time I want to make them a little wider than what I did with these. Because those worked, but they needed to be a little bit wider. And all. So, I'm going to get this done and then I'll be back. Because I don't need all this bulk here. Okay, now we need to cut us 2 strips, 3 inches wide. And I got this set up on the wrong side. You know. So, we are going to cut us 2 strips, 3 inches wide, to go down the middle of both of these blocks. Alrighty, now then, let's get one of them out of the way, and this right here is going to go right down the middle right here. Oh no, gotta be back. Lacey's a dog that I am watching. So anyway, we're going to put this strip down this way. So what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to take and we're going to pin it down right here, all the way down, and then we're going to sew it. Let's see, I think I'd rather go it this way. Yeah. So we're going to start pinning it down from one side. We're going to work our way all the way down. So, whenever I get this sewed on, then we'll be back. Okay, now that I got this sewed on, now we're going to take this and we're going to turn it over about a 1/2 inch, bring it over here and set it down. And put a pin in it. There we go. And we're going to do this all the way down. And sew her down. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish this one up. I'm going to sew this down right here. And then I'm going to sew it down over here. And I'm going to get both sides on before I come back. I have got it like this. And it's hanging over a little bit. But it does look pretty cool. I like it. So now we have to work on the border. Because we've got to have something over here. Can't leave it like that. So this is what I figured I'd do. Let's take this off, spun you around, and move that out of the way. Now I have my leftover, what I've got here, to do the border on. So what I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here, hem out. So as I'll have extra material so I can make it bigger. If I can get my finger, I got that sewed right there. Wobbly. Alrighty. Let's see if we can't figure out how to get in there and be able to use that. You know. There we go. Now. Now we got extra. Now let's fold it back up in half. I want to try to get that going just as long as or wide as I can. You know. Oh. So now then. Oh, almost lost it. Slung it across the room. Alright. Try to. There we go. Yeah, I can handle it. Alright. Now we're doing good, doing good. Sorry. I want to make sure it's flat enough to work on. Alright. Now then. Got a calculator and this. Alright, first thing I want to do is I want to even it up to where it is even. The best I can. Alright. Let's see. Whack that off. Alright. Thought so anyway. Alright. Now, we have 21. So, 21 divided into 4 equals 5.25. I can make them 5 inches and it work out great. Let's look. Okay? Let's check it out and see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 1, 2, 3 so far. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that works out great. I can cut it down 1 inch and we'll have it. It'll work with me. That's what I got left over out of it. So we'll throw that to the side. That was chalk I was using, just in case somebody wants to know what I used on it. It's chalk, because it'll wash off. And it works great. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just put these to the side. Oh, I got a thing there. Let's see if we can't get rid of it yet. There we go. Okay, now I want a little bit of more batting put in there. So I think what I'll do is I'll bring out my batting and I will cut a couple of them 2 inches. And I'll need 4. So we'll go 2 inches because let's see if we can do it this way. We have to have some to fold over to sew down, and then some to fold over that way. So let's just see what we have here if we do it that way. And yep, 2 inches would be just right. So we're going to cut them 2 inches. Then that way, then we got 2 inches around. So here this is, and I think my mat's going to go back to being used again. I worked pretty good with my mat. So here we go. And 1 and 2. Scoot it down here. Draw me a line. And I'm going to go past that. Alright. Put this one, 2 and 2. And line it out. Do the same here. Alrighty, I think you get the gist of it. So I'm going to cut these out. And then I'll come back when I get done. And we'll go to pinning. Alrighty. So here we go. I have this one right here. I'm going to flop it this way so I can get to it a little bit better. I'll lay this one out. Now I'm going to get one of my strips. And I'm going to put it down. I know you can't see me right here, but I have to start right here. Because this is where it must start, because it's at the beginning. And if I don't do it first, so here we go on down. I think this is turning out to be pretty, even though some of the things has messed up on it and all. It's still a pretty quilt, and I love the pattern of it, you know, because it's most definitely different. And so far, when I get this one done, it will be one of a kind, because I've never seen a quilt like this. So, and I don't mind y'all using the pattern. Use it to your heart's content. But please, just give me recognition for it. That's all I ask. So there we go with this. We're going to do this side and the opposite side of this one, because we have to figure what we're going to do to these ends right here. What we're going to do there. So when I get these two sides on, then we'll be back and play with the other sides. Alrighty. I want to find the middle to this next one. And I want to find the middle to my quilt. So now that I have found it, and of course I got the middle to this, what I'm going to do here, I'll lay that out that away, and I'm going to take the middle of it, and I want to put it back here in the back, right along with the middle right here, and I'm going to pin it down. Okay? So now from here on out, I'm going to pin it all the way down. Then after I get the inside of it sewed down, then we'll be back to work on our corners. We want to make sure that we cut this off right here even. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. And cut this off even with what's up there at the top and all. So we can have an even thing and it won't be so bulky and all. So when I get these sewed on, I'll be back again. What we want to do is we want to cut this fiber fill even with this side. We want to go out like maybe about 2.5 inches right here, and we want to cut it. It doesn't matter if it's straight or not. Now we want to take this right here, fold it right here, turn it right here like this, and we want to take this to the sewing machine and sew this part down on both sides. Then when we get that done, then we'll be back. Alright, the next thing we want to do is we want to fold this down here like this, pull it down here and put some pins in it to hold it. Come on down with it. Oop. Try to keep it just as straight as we can. All the way down. Wish I wasn't so fat. Alright. Now when we get down here, where we sewed this, we want to flatten her out just the best we can. We want to fold it in like that. Then we're going to fold this down and this down to where we have us a peak right here. Alright, let me pin her down. I don't know why this material will not hold a pin. It's hard to hold a pin. Now when we go to sew this down, we want to start right here and we want to sew it down this way, pivot, and then sew it this way. Then that way, then it looks like it has a mitered corner. So when I get done with this quilt, you will see a picture of it. I am done with this quilt. I think it turned out really pretty. I really like it, and so does the old man. I wished I had more material. I'd have made it bigger. But now, I tell you what let's do. We got to be careful for the baby. But let's go the third row down. 1, 2, 3. And the third block. Looky there. We got some money. Good hiding spot, ain't it?